Please excuse the audio quality in this episode. We were unable to use our microphones due to the fact that we legit recorded right after Fear Factory.
Welcome to another episode of I Believe in Horror. I am your host, Barbara Thalmuller. With me is my co-host, Jasper.
Hello! Welcome. Today we are going to be discussing haunted houses.
Now, this episode is really special for us because we both really love the activity of being scared, and our research for this episode was going to Lagoon and doing everything for Frightmares, and going to Fear Factory, which we just got out of.
Yeah, like 30 minutes ago we left, and it... Whew!
We're still shaking.
He's shaking, I'm not.
Oh, darn.
Alright, now let's just dive into haunted houses.
This episode we are going over each of the houses we went to, and we are going to rate them on a 5-point scale.
Point. Let's be original.
Fine. We'll rate them on a 5-bat scale.
For each house, we will discuss elements of fear factors,
Theming, including the space usage,
props and set dressing,
actors,
and effects both visual and sound.
Once we've discussed each of these areas, we will then give the final overall rating of the house, in bats, of course.
And the photos from our adventures and a graphic of the overall ratings will be posted on our Instagram soon.
Let's dive in first with the house we both consider to be the least scary, Funhouse of Fear.
I love Funhouse of Fear. I worked it. Starting with Fear Factor, honestly, I would give it like 2. Because I don't think it's like the scariest house that I've ever gone through by no means. However, there are a couple good jump scares within the house. So I'd give it a solid like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I would give it 2 bats for that.
Theming, 5. All the way through, like, even though it's not scary, they stick with the theming through the entire house. And it is just amazing, and I love it.
I would, you can still tell that, all of the walls are made out of, plywood. And so, I would lower the score maybe by 1 for that.
Well, and I think, the other thing is you kind of analyze everything.
I do.
But, I think on just an overall, outside look of it, walking through one, mm-hmm. I think it's, a 4.5. We'll give it that.
Yeah, we'll do a 4.5 for that.
Actors. I think, it's so difficult because it's, 14 and 15-year-olds. I'd say, a solid, 3. And I think it truly depends on what night you go on, what actors are working. But I think, overall 3. They're really good. They're just not, the scariest,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Props, I would probably give it a 2, just because there aren't props used.
Yeah, I don't think they use any props in Funhouse of Fear.
No, and I think it's okay. Set dressing-wise, that's why I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah.
Props and set dressing is a solid 2. And effects, I would definitely give it, a 4. It's, I think it's great. I don't know. I feel like some of the effects could be better.
Yeah, especially since, the soundscape, they don't have a soundscape except for, in 2 rooms, and it's just a dance party music.
Yeah.
And so you aren't really immersed in the world sound-wise.
But it's okay.
Yeah. So what did we give that one?
I think, an overall rating?
Or what was our effect?
I think effects get, a 3.5.
Yeah, because they do have a few really cool visual effects, especially since, it's clowns, and so it's got, psychedelic crap.
I feel honestly, if they got 3D glasses,
Fear Factory, if they got the Fear Factory stuff, people would die.
I just feel if they got 3D glasses, the effects would be so cool. But I think for me, my overall rating, I'm sort of biased having worked there, but I'm gonna say it's a solid 3.
Yeah,
evening out with yours.
For overall bat score,
yeah,
I would give it a 2.5 or a 3.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yep. So
right.
What's our official final say? Maybe a 2.75.
Let's do 3. I'm gonna override.
Okay. I'm okay with a 3.
Yeah, I think 3.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Nightmare Midway at Lagoon.
Okay, so Nightmare Midway is really fun. It, like, unlike Funhouse of Fear, where Funhouse of Fear only has one theme, Nightmare Midway is legit just a nightmare and a fever dream. You go through so many different, like, areas of fear.
But it should be noted that they all go together.
Yes,
You're
they
like,
do.
one room can be like snakes and spiders, and then one room could be a dentist office.
Yeah.
But it works so well because it's all fears and legitimate fears that people have.
And they also transition pretty well. And the not only does it transition well, but like when you're in the line for the house, they have all of the fears like in a glow in the dark paint painted on the wall.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to like kind of have like foreshadowing of what you're about to see. Anyways, let's go through our 5 categories. Fear factor. This one I don't really think we've found to be too scary because it does go through all these different themes, and the actors, if they get into it, it does make it a bit scary. They do have a few really good jump scares. They have a cult room in there, and that legit creeps me out every time because we have no clue who's a cultist and who's an animatronic.
No, because it's all like mannequins. Honestly, 3.5.
Same. 3.5. Okay. Next up, theming. Oh, so even though they go through so many different themes, their theming is like almost to Fear Factory level.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but I would also say like it's pretty darn good.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think, I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, I feel like there are things they could add to it, but like I can't list specific things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say another even 3.5, honestly.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Their props and set dressing, they
5 out of 5 for me. I'm biased.
Yeah.
I do tech. I love like all these aspects of all of this, and I just feel in that house there's such attention to detail.
The reason that we left space usage until now was because Funhouse of Fear and Nightmare Midway share a building. And so they have to be really, really cautious with their space usage. And it kind of, at least I feel, it kind of takes away from what they could do.
I think so. I think, because like the building that they use, I understand why that they make it 2 different houses. However, it really, like I feel Funhouse.
Mm-hmm.
If they just use that one building, it could be so great.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would have a lot more space to run around. And I feel, especially having worked in that house, I so badly so many times wanted to jump and run around people, but I couldn't because of the minimal space.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel it's the same with Nightmare Midway. So
yeah.
I feel like space usage is okay, but I would give it like 2.5.
Yeah. And then with actors, they're also teenage children who
14 and 15.
Yep, who kind of sometimes don't want to be there. So like, but they also at this house they get way more into it than at like even Malevolent Mansion half the time.
Yeah, because I think part of it goes with the theming. They have such intense and in-depth theming to it that they get fully into it, and it just adds so much more to the experience. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
With props and set dressing.
Wait, what's our rating for actors?
Oh, actors. Oh, and theming. Theming, we had a 4.5.
I'd say 4.
Yeah. So 4 for theming. Actors, let's go for
3.5.
3.5. Yeah, that I would agree.
They're really good when they get into it.
But that's also rare.
Yeah. Well, because again, they're teenagers.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay. Our props and set dressing.
This is just so good. I'm kind of like taking over both segments. I feel a little bad.
Meh.
But
you know these more than I do.
I love set dressing. As theater is one of my favorite parts of it. And in this, there's just such attention to detail. Like with the cannibal house, or the cannibal room, the splattering of the blood, and they have like body parts, placed on it. And everything is so intentional, and you can tell, and it just adds so much more to this house. So my overall rating is a 4.5.
Yeah, same with me for props and set dressing. Okay, effects. This one, Nightmare Midway has a lot. They have a fog room. And I'm counting that as an effect, even though it's just a room.
No, I think fog counts as an effect. Yeah.
Their lighting usage is pretty cool.
Oh, it's great.
They have a jump scare with a scarecrow and a puff of air. They also have a lot of animatronics in this one, like more than I would normally assume they should have. Like, they have a swamp witch. They have a person being levitated by a colt and then torn to shreds. That's all exaggerated, by the way.
But yeah, they have a lot. I think most of it adds. I just feel like in some parts, I feel like it should be an actor here. For me, I'd give it a solid 4.
For effects?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So I think with that, that would be...
overall score, I'd give it like a 3.5.
Yeah, I would do 3.5 to 4 almost.
Well, because I'm thinking 3.5 because of other...
Yeah, you're right.
Houses that we've been through and that we're going to talk about. So I'd say 3.5 works.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, now we go right into Malevolent Mansion, also at Lagoon.
It's a very interesting house to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to compare everything to when I worked there. When I worked there, that was so dumb. I don't want to compare everything. So compare. But no, when I worked there and now, I still kind of feel the same way. It's a good house.
Mm-hmm.
I love almost everything about it. And I'll talk about this more when we get to actors. I just feel they don't have the passion for this house.
Yeah.
And it might be because it's a separate building. It might be a lot of things, but I don't know. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Wait, before we even go into it, so this house is, the font that they use in the name of this house is the Haunted Mansion font. And so basically the story of this house is that it's like the Haunted Mansion as a walk-through haunted house.
Kind of. Yeah, it's just it's a haunted house. It sounds so dumb when I say it, but that's just what it is.
Yep.
It's like this house is
a haunted Victorian house. You
can
say that. Yep.
That's basically what it is. Fear factor. They use a very small building.
Yeah.
For this house, and it kind of leads into theming, but there's just not enough room for the actors. Mm-hmm. It's so difficult and it's so hard. I genuinely feel like there's not enough room. So fear factor, I'd give it like a 2.
Yeah, especially when most of their good jump scares, the actors don't have enough time to go back to where they need to be for the jump scare, like behind a curtain or something, before the next group comes, because they're just trying to get you through as quickly as possible with their really long lines.
And comparing it kind of to Fear Factor, because we just went through it, one of their rules is very explicitly keep 6 feet between the group in front of you and your group. And this is just so, and even if there's a backup, actors will kind of step in front of you, but it's so that the actors have a little bit of time to reset.
Mm-hmm.
And
they don't have that rule at Lagoon.
They don't. And it kind of shows, and I feel like especially in this house, because of where the line is placed, they just try to push people through.
Yep.
And so very rarely do you get the full, scare unless you're, one of the last groups to go through or one of the first.
Yeah.
All right, so, going into theming, I don't know. It's good, but it's just, I don't know.
I feel like
everybody's done it.
I feel like it would be better if the actors got more into it. The theming itself and the space usage, the way that they use their cramped space is amazing. And they immerse you so much into this world.
They do. Even though it's crammed, you just get immersed into it. I think the only thing that kind of bugs me is the fact that And this applies to this and Funhouse. Those two themes have been done so many times, and if you do not get into your acting, if you do not get into it, then you're like, oh great, this is just another stereotypical haunted house, and you're not going to get anything from it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I give it like a 3 for theming.
Yeah.
Actors kind of talked on this, but it's like again, it's 14 and 15-year-olds, and part of me, and obviously I'm not going every single day to go through the haunted house to see every single actor work every little room. But I don't know, they just don't get into it as much.
Yeah, no.
And I can't expect much when it's 14 and 15-year-olds working the house. However, I'm just going to give actors a 2. Like, I don't want to elaborate because I don't want to diss on these kids.
Yes.
Because they're working and they're putting in energy, and I praise them for putting in this energy. I just think they could do a little more. Yep. And then I think it would be really good. So, actors, 2. Props and set dressing, honestly, 4 out of 5. Like,
so fun fact about Lagoon. Ouija boards are banned at Lagoon due to something that we'll talk about later, and I'll probably give a small rundown about it. And I will. But this house has 2 Ouija boards in it, and one of them they like have a projector of the planchette moving over it, and so like it looks like it's spelling like "help me" or something like that, and it is like it's horrifying, and it's really cool how they do that.
It's terrifying, but it's just so good. So props like 4 out of 5, and set dressing, they just put so much attention to detail in it, and it shows.
Yep.
Like, even if you're just walking through, you're like, I just want to walk through and get scared. Like, you get immersed into it. You're not just, like, walking through.
Yeah.
Finally, effects. There are not that many effects going through this house. I can think of maybe, like...
They have heat in a burning room. They have fog. They have a few jump scares. They have a few animatronics.
Well, they've got lasers to create, like, a swamp.
Yeah, they also have a lot of projectors. I think I already said that, but...
And they have a lot of, like, rattling. So it's like you're almost rattling to open a door, or, like, the pots and pans moving around.
Yep.
But, like, that's about it. I'd give it a solid, like, 3.
Yep.
For the effects that they have, I think it's really good. And I just think if they were to add a little bit more, it'd be even greater. But I'll give it, what did I say, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
So overall, I think that we've come to the conclusion of 3.
Yeah, I said a lot of 3s. But yeah, this has like 3.
Yeah.
Alright, Frightening Frisco at Lagoon.
Okay, so this one I really like. Last year was my favorite house because if anybody gets into the theming of Frightening Frisco, it's all the way back in Pioneer Village, and so it is like a abandoned like ghost town of Western people who are all dead, and they get so into it. You have to be at least 16 to work this one, and so I'm like legit just walking through all of them in my head. So Fear Factor, I think this one's great. They have a lot of jump scares. They have a lot of like, there's a room where everybody has cloaks over their heads, and so then like they can pop out at you, and
it's terrifying.
Yeah, they get out a final scare from you too, because they end in a mine, and the lights go on and off, like slowly. It's like they fade in and then they fade out, but they're also really dark. And so you get out of there, and then your eyes have to like quickly readjust, and then you like, there's a little set thing, and the head of this dude will turn around really quick when you pass. It's actually really scary, and they do get the final jump scare.
Well, and it's so creepy, because, like, when walking through this house, for me, the ending part, I literally, Bo can attest to this, I stopped and wouldn't move, because I could not see where I was going, and all I saw were, like, these creepy masks, and it's almost like stop motion, and it's terrifying.
Yep. I had to end up pushing you through anyway.
Yeah,
so.
you did. No, it's so good.
Yeah.
But like comparing it to other houses that we're going to talk about, 4.
Yep. I think it's a 4. Our theming,
5.
absolutely. No questions asked
even
there.
comparing it to other houses, it's just so good, and they stick with it. There's never anything where I was like, oh, that doesn't really fit.
I actually had to. I was talking to one of the actors there after going through it, in the employee break room, and he was still in character, and they get so into it, and it's so good. The actors, theming, 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Actors, 4.5 out of 5. We've already talked a lot about that.
I say let's do 4.
Yeah, they get really into it.
But there have been a couple times that I've gone through where they don't. But most of the time, it's difficult. This is one of those houses, it's hard to not get into the theme. Because you have to do the accent. You have to, get into this character. So it's very difficult to, not get into it. So 4 out of 5.
Our props and set dressing, we've already talked about this a lot. 5 out of 5? 5.
Yep. It's attention to detail with theming. 5 out of 5. It's so good.
Okay. And then their effects, they have a lot of animatronics and a lot of moving parts in this one.
They do. I would give it a solid, 4.
Yep, same.
Overall, I'd say, let's go 3.5.
Yep. Their space usage is amazing, but there's a lot of empty space that they don't put any actors in.
Yeah, it's one of the very difficult things where it's I feel in the previous houses that we've talked about, they're so crammed. In this house, there's so much space you don't really know how to use it.
Yep.
So 3.5.
Okay, next up is Night Walk at Lagoon. This one we're gonna rush through because we hate this one. With a burning passion. It scares cheesies out of both of us, and it's mostly just the fear of what could happen because there isn't very many actors in this house because
there are not a lot of house fear factor. 4.5. They are really good at making it seem like so much is going to happen, even if it's not going to happen. And it's just so amazing. Theming, 5 out of 5. It's such great theming. It's uncult.
Yeah.
And it's very you're worshiping the devil and Satan and all of that. It's very scary but great theming.
Yeah.
Actors, I'm sorry, I gotta give it a 3.
They really don't do much.
Because they get very into it, and I love the actors that are in there.
But they still don't do much as it is.
But there's just not enough for them to do. They almost made this house based on theming and animatronics, not the actors that you put into it. So 3. We'll give it a 3. Props and set dressing, 4.5.
Yeah, they don't have, for all of the Lagoon houses, they don't really have props, but their set dressing is pretty good for most of these houses.
Yeah, I'd actually give it a 4, just because I feel like there's so much negative space, and they don't fill it with much, which surprises me. But a lot of it is just kind of empty room.
Yeah, it's the negative space that really actually scares you, and I think that.
Yeah. So that's why I'm giving it a 4 because it works really well. I just feel it's
a waste.
Yeah. Effects, 4.5.
Yep.
I think they have phenomenal animatronics. They have phenomenal effects, and they use them throughout the entire house. It's not they're kind of there and they may use them. They use them, and it just works so well.
Yep.
Overall, 4.
Yeah, 4.
I think it's a solid. I think it's great.
Yep.
I'm never going through it again. I've gone through it once, and I said, that's enough.
Yeah, we hate it. We just hate cults.
It just scared me.
Yep.
It's the cult. Yeah. Do you own a haunted house?
Are you unsure if it's ready for the public?
Would you like your haunted house to be rated on a 5-bat scale?
Well, look no further than the I Believe podcast team and our website. If you happen to own a haunted house and want it rated, send us an email today.
We would really like to go through more haunted houses, and you can help us choose where to go.
So book us today for the low price of free, and we will come rate your haunted house. That was a fun intro, right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, welcome to the life update. I think our life update can be kind of combined. We just closed Midsummer. That went well.
It was such an exciting experience. And, like, I doubt any of the actors will listen to it, but truly, one of the greatest shows I worked on, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, and the reason that we're really going into our set dressing is because our set for Midsummer
was so good.
Yeah.
Ace will never watch this podcast, but Ace, I will put this on record, is my favorite person. And the set was surreal, and the detail, and oh my
the
god!
level of detail that set was
It was
in
so good.
was.
And I had like visions for it, and Ace took them and ran with it.
Yep.
And I said thank you, and all credit goes to Ace for that.
Yeah.
But sad, it's over. But now comes, we're on fall break currently, so we are just resting.
Yep. Except for me, because I have a quadruple double at Lagoon.
4
Which
days
is-
of like doubles. I
Yep.
cried.
Except for Saturday and Sunday, though, I'm still going to count it as a quadruple double, even though Saturday and Sunday I have the mornings off from work, but I still have that time filled with, like, school play, family pictures, church.
rehearsal Saturday?
I hope we don't, because I
Wait, sorry, this is like a live
Oh my
reaction. I
gosh.
didn't even realize.
hope we don't, because
No, I
that'd
don't
be
think so.
great to get this podcast episode actually edited. And then I think our final thing for the life update is that we just got out of Fear Factory.
Ugh.
It
was an ungodly experience. Besides me, like, wanting to cry at the beginning and saying, get me the out of this house right
Yep.
now. Sorry, you're going to have to edit that.
I will bleep you, don't worry.
I was like, besides, like, crying and saying, no, no, no.
It's my Carl with a snarl. I bought, so last year I saw that they have these Carl with the snarls, which is like their Elf on the Shelf, except for it's Carl the caretaker. And I really wanted one, but then I decided against it, and then I really regretted it. And so I decided to get one this year.
But we just got out of Fear Factory, and at least for me, this is going to be a weekend of rest and rejuvenation.
And that concludes the life update.
Oh, I totally forgot to say it.
That's okay. We can just end it.
Now, this next house that we're going to talk about isn't technically like a house or like a walkthrough house, but since we did it twice and it is phenomenal, we thought we should add it in and kind of talk about it. We won't go in depth for certain reasons. The next house, or show, as we should call it, is Seance at Lagoon.
So I'm just going to give like a quick brief rundown of Seance.
We will not be adding like any details of what happens inside. We will just be giving like basically what you can find on the website.
Yep.
Because this is a fantastic thing, and we encourage everybody, go experience it yourself.
And
The writer...
it has such strict copyright laws with it that it's almost a jump scare of I could get fired if I say too much. So, brief rundown of it is that you are going to this house. It's called the Black Witch House, and it's actually the only haunted, real official haunted building on Lagoon property.
And it, you feel it when you walk
Yes.
in. Even if you're not, somebody who, I believe in spirits, even if you're not like that, you feel it.
they
Even walking by
used to
this
do
house.
actual seances in this building with real Ouija boards, and, it is so spiritually dense in that building that the main actor actually goes in and burns sage in the room to try to, keep everything going normal for the day. And so the fun story that I have about Ouija boards is that when the show was originally written, there was a Ouija board involved up until it started to do things that it shouldn't have been doing. And it was an extremely technologically advanced prop. It had a planchette that was magnetized and it was connected. And it started to do things that it shouldn't have. And then they actually had to end one of the shows early once. And I learned this from my security friends last year. So if any of the information is untrue, that's my fault and I shouldn't be spreading that, but we're going to take it as truth. they had to end one of the shows early because it started to do things that, like, if a Ouija board starts to do, you're supposed to, like, say goodbye. And so it actually got Ouija boards banned at Lagoon. I got to do a backstage tour last year, which I shouldn't have been able to, but I had to go and I went and watched my manager go and reset a security code on my way to another training. And so
it was just like
yeah,
an insane experience.
Yeah.
Like, going to watch it, it is such... Everything that goes on in it is planned to, like, the very last detail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, going in and... I want to talk about what happened to me so badly, but I can't.
Yeah.
Like, all of the little details in the set. Every technical aspect to it. Every step that the actor takes is so, like... detailed and planned, and it just...
You're immersed in the world from the moment you purchase your ticket to the show until the moment that they rush you out at the end.
Like, genuinely, watching this show, I did not feel like I'm watching a show. I felt like it was a genuine experience that I was going through, and everything that happened, it's like, I am one, I look for the adrenaline. I, like... love haunted houses, even if I get scared. And here, I got it, and it didn't feel like a house. And
the actors in this show are actually the sweetest people ever. Like, you would never assume that Mr. Stephen Kerr, the main actor, is this, like, creepy guy who, like, can scare the crap out of you and then, like, book it between rooms so that, like, you're actually getting these scares. And yet, like, I'll put a photo on our Instagram of him writing Primordial, because he also voices Primordial. But he gets so into it, and he's so cool. And so, like... It's an insane experience. Yeah. And honestly, if there weren't such intense copyright laws, I could sit here talking for hours about every single thing. Like, I think we can just kind of conclude this and say we're giving it a 5 on every part of the scale. Every single part. Like, and then, honestly, not much I can criticize. There's, like, a little bit, like, I think that maybe it could be a longer show, but you really have to go and see it to see why. Yeah. But 5 overall. Yeah, 5. Do you want to just do a quick, like, Lagoon overall? Yeah, I think Lagoon, like, Frightmares, I've been going there ever since I was, like, 7. And it's just, even, like, the kids' atmosphere, what we don't talk about is, because we're talking about haunted houses, is if you're just looking for a family-friendly thing, they have, like, these walkthroughs that you can go through and trick-or-treat and interact with actors, and it's such, like, a fun little thing to go do with your family. And as you get older, you can go into these haunted houses, and they don't immediately start off as, like, these terrifying, like, seance level. Yeah, and things. They have their own scale anyways for, like, scare. I'm saying it like in Wisconsin now. Stop. But no, they have their own have their own scare level, which is spiders. And seance is a 5, and also Frightening Frisco. And is a 6. No, it isn't. It's a 5. It should be a 6. It should be a 6. But they are so, one thing that I will give them props for, as much as you've, like, criticized and given our thoughts, they are very transparent on, like, this is what is family friendly versus this is probably what you... And, like, even in this haunted house, even in the haunted houses, they are very clear, this is what's family friendly, this is what little kids can go through, versus your kids probably shouldn't go through this house. And I'll give them props for that. They are great with that. I think my overall rating, being very into horror and all this, I would give it a 3.5. Yeah. I think I would give Lagoon overall either like a 3.5 or a 4. Just because, like, they can get so much into it, and they also have, like, walk-around actors, and, like, they do. And they have different shows that you can also go and see, but we didn't put those in here because we don't count those right now. No, they're just very much like you can walk up and watch, like, their hack and slash. Yeah, hack and slash. That one's like a dance one. And then there's also Yes, Nightmare Cabaret. And that one, it was better last year. Don't tell them that. They had a Crazy Papa last year, and he was so good. Anyways.
But it's a very, like, I think if you're looking for family friendly, especially in Utah, or if you're looking to travel somewhere, I think this is a great option.
Yep.
Now.
Okay. Now, this one, we're gonna speed run it, but we're also gonna speed run it with joy.
We don't have to speed run.
Next we have Fear Factory in Salt Lake. This is an amazing house. It's like 6 different buildings.
But it's not a house. It is an old cement factory.
Which is 100% haunted. Its address is 666 whatever street, Salt Lake.
And it's not like we changed it. Like, this was the original address from it. And it's a cement factory. 13 people have died there.
The most recent one being 2 years ago, and that was the 13th on the property.
Yep. And they took this and they made it this whole experience, which we'll talk about. But
yeah,
it's crazy how they took this old factory and made it into this.
Yeah. So,
we are a little bit biased with our things. We got the VIP package.
Yeah, we did.
So we just got to go in, like, quickly. We didn't have to wait in long lines. But honestly,
let's just talk through the entire experience and then rate it right at the end. Like, I don't even think we go so in depth with everything that we'll just do an overall for this one. We won't split it up into its different segments because we'll be talking about it anyways.
We'll chat about them anyways.
Yeah. Okay, so we started off, we went and parked at the Gateway. They recently redid their parking, and so we somehow got free parking. So that was like good number one.
Well, and what we did is when you park there, they pick you up on the zombie bus, which is just like, they took this old school bus and they added like animatronics and like fun things all over. So
and
it's
it's a gutted school bus, and they just took the seats and they put them up against the wall, and it's advertised as the zombie party bus.
It's so
and like
fun.
It is really fun. The people who work it are actually the sweetest people ever. And
after we went through the house, it was very crammed because we got the last bus, but they weren't
witchy about it. They were like,
they were very, like, they talked to us and they were just very sweet people.
Yeah. And they talked to us about like the funny things that they do. Like, one of them said that they dressed up as the nun and would like yell at people as it was driving through the door.
No, she would hang outside the door of the school bus and knock on windows of cars, be like, hey. I was like, it's insane.
Yep.
But I think, like, let's kind of go theming of this place. I can talk about this for hours. It's not, the entire block is themed.
Yes.
Like, from the moment you enter, it's also one of those things where all year long when you pass by it, you know exactly what it is. Because they have paint up the side of the buildings.
It has black light on it 24/7. Well, 24/7 at night.
Like every night, even in like winter and summer. Yeah. It's insane.
And like, they used to have this bridge that you would walk, like, not like a bridge, but like a like covering thing that you would walk under to like actually officially enter the house, and that actually burned down. It was September 20th because I purchased our tickets on that day, and that was when they actually like talked about it on the news. I was watching their news coverage of it as I purchased our tickets.
Great, wonderful.
So September 20th.
It burned down. And
yet they used that to retheme that area.
Yeah, they had to take it all down and then rebuild it. And they made the sides look like it's on fire.
Yep. They fully embraced it.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool. And then, like, you walk in and they have actors that run around and like scream at you, and
but it's not all just like screaming at you. There's one who they have a couple actors who will slide on the ground and sparks will come from their boots and gloves. They have one with this stupid train horn
beep
that like walks around, and I got scared of that.
Be prepared. We are going to insert the sound of what it sounds like in 3, 2, 1. Cool, so that's what it sounds like, and it is legit horrifying to have run up behind you.
Yeah, and these actors are like very slick.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrifying, but it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And then you get into the house, and what I was actually surprised by is there weren't an insane amount of actors in the house.
Actually, no. Like,
it's a lot of, they have quite a few animatronics, but they add so much to the set. And the actors just kind of like pop out.
And they use the space so well.
They do.
Because, like, a cement factory is apparently really well spaced for a haunted house.
Huge.
And, like, it has, I think, 8, 9, I don't remember. On their website, it has how many buildings it is. And it is an intense amount of buildings, but you go up and down 6 flights of stairs.
It's a pain in the. I'm not terrified of anything. I was terrified of walking up those stairs.
And then they like added a whole new segment this year, taking out like a chainsaw segment with like a whole bunch of flashing lights, and I really like that. They also give you these like 3D-ish glasses during the like clown spot, and it like deflects your vision, and it is like. It makes it seem as if you're drunk. I will not be driving with the glasses anytime soon. But I might watch a TV show with them.
It's such an insane experience, and we can yap for hours, but we don't want to make this episode too long. And like it on the side of their building, it's been rated like one of the top attractions, and just 10 out of 10 recommend going there. It was.
And if you do kind of want your tickets cheaper, like per person, I would suggest the Costco VIP package. Like,
it's so great.
I actually afterwards got like a souvenir, and yet I still spent less going this year and getting a souvenir than I did just purchasing my ticket last year.
Yeah.
So that's what I would suggest.
Yeah,
so,
I'm gonna give it.
I'm
6.
A 6 on the bat scale of 5. Cool.
So I guess that's it.
I guess it is. Let's just hope we have a chance to go through more haunted houses later.
Yes, please.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of I Believe Horror. Remember to check out our website and leave us your scary story.
Follow us on Instagram to hear about our scary adventures.
And join us next week for I Believe Horror Week 4. Once again, I can't remember what it's about.
Me neither. I think those haunted houses just scared it out of us.
I agree. Maybe I'll remember on Saturday like I did last week and post it on Instagram.
Well, anyways, you'll just have to join us next week to see what it's about.
Really?